period, sir, I took for preparing for exam. Then I did my MTech in mining engineering from IIT Lahore. And after that, I was a junior research student at IIT Odisha. And after that, I got into Odisha Civil Service and got Odisha Tax System and accounts service.
Since 2000. Your achievement?
Sir, initially in the school days, I was inclined towards mathematics. So I participated in Vedic mathematics and also junior mathematics also, where I got a state rank of 10 and 21 in 2 successive years.
And mining is in there,
Yes, sir.
isn't it?
Yes, sir.
So there is a great loss in mining sector in Odisha. Why?
Sir, recently the recent Supreme Court verdict came out, where it said that the mining rights should have been taken place from 2005 onwards, which the government did not levy on the companies. So the Supreme Court now told that the government can levy the taxes on mining royalties.
Is it how it is concerned that of this loss, revenue loss?
So revenue loss in the sense, sir,
About to the tune of 22,000 crores. Not a small amount.
Sir, the policy was such that the government waived off the royalties. The royalty was to be levied on the land from where the mining exploration was taking place, sir.
So what just Aravati forest. Aravati. So there is land acquisition there without the forest land without any permission. So such type of irregularities are there. So how to minimize this loss? If it will be some 52,000 crores, it will not huge amount.
So it is nearly 1/10 of our budget.
Yes.
Yes, sir. The resource, sir, needs to be used judiciously, because and there should be also intergenerational equity. And like, sir, what happened is Niyam before, so there should be proper consultation with the local and Gram Sabha should happen, and proper environmental impact assessment should have been done before leasing out those areas for mining exploration.
But not only this time, but previously also you have to see that mining area it is denuded, forestation, afforestation work is not done, again the earth will not be filled with any substantive replacement is there, as a result of which it becomes barren. Isn't it? And we suffer a loss also. So is there any sustainable practices?
Sir, likewise what we see in Talcher areas, there was the area which were excavated, they were not filled in sand. So there is this land is subsiding, sir. So there should be proper quality control and also proper monitoring to look for irregularities, sir. So there should be proper check and balances.
Task force should be there. The department is there. Then what they must have some task force.
Yes, sir. I think that's there might be some lacuna due to this things to the strengths.
What are the ecological disasters in that area?
Sir,
Mining.
sir, first of all, the deforestation, it would lead to ecological imbalance, sir. Then it would hamper the local wildlife, sir. Then it would the biological diversity would be hampered, and also it would lead to, sir, like what happened in Talcher, lands subsiding, and the ask
Infertility of the soil.
Yes, sir.
Also there. Then you know that in medical field, you know that suppose MBBS, MS, RMD, DA, like that, the degrees are there. Now they are introducing a PhD in medical science. So, have you heard?
Yes, sir.
It's a medical college.
Sir, in today's newspaper,
Yes.
the news.
What's that branch? What is that department?
Sir, I'm not able to recollect.
Hematology. So pathological department, I mean this, not this surgery or any department. So definitely we need to improve the quality.
Definitely, sir, research and development in any areas would lead to more sustainable practices and more, it would help the patient who are going through different diseases. So, research and development would enable.
In spite of that, dengue is there. In spite of research and development, the malaria is again coming. In spite of this, the chicken flu are there. In spite of this, already the pseudo COVID type of that is called the giant and unknown viruses are there. So causing so many cough and all this. Throughout, it is not a single case. Throughout it is prevalent. It's more than all sorts of things there. So how to make a permanent solution?
Sir, if I take an educated listener, the dengue, malaria, it is not endemic in nature. It is not pandemic. It is confined to a particular area where it happens regularly, frequently every year. So we need to look at what is causing the disease. Like if there is water inundation, so definitely it will lead to dengue. And so this COVID virus itself is ironically a result of research experiment.
I mean that, you know that the cold and fever, these are the symptoms. So they are developed nowadays due to this viral attack, etc. So that something happens. Why it is 15 days and 1 month, more than 1 month, the upper respiratory tract is infected. So much antibiotic has no role in that viral disease. Can you name some viral disease and bacterial disease?
So viral disease like
you have home science, after home science.
sir, we got viral disease, COVID is a viral disease, and polio is a viral disease, and malaria is a viral disease. So these are viral diseases.
Can you vector borne diseases? So can you tell me what the diet and balanced diet?
Sir, balanced diet is more consist of the requirement of a particular individual, which it includes all type of macronutrients and the macronutrients. It consists of both. In macronutrients we have carbohydrate, protein, and in macronutrients we have a very small amount of potassium, calcium, magnesium. So a balanced macronutrients, this iron, potassium, calcium. These are macronutrients. Macros are carbohydrate, protein, and fats.
Staple foods. Those are the staple foods. So for a person of suppose one growing child. So growing child, what is the balanced diet?
So in growing childs, their muscle mass increases in those years. So they need more protein-based diet, protein-rich diet they need. So the source can be protein source like meat, and in vegetables also protein-rich food should be taken.
Which food?
So protein means mainly legumes, lentils. In vegetables they have more protein parts.
These sagas?
Sir, they have micronutrients mostly, sir.
Protein amino acids are there.
Sir, but it is very small.
Amino acids means 20 amino acids more protein. So they are protein, they are the precursors of the protein. You know what I'm saying? Okay, you tell me another question. Suppose there is Achika or Manipur, such type of this sexual harassment or something of this common folk will be stopped.
So first of all, if you talk
Why
about
this type of pollution occurs, mental pollution?
so first of all, if you talk about community measures, there should be stringent laws that would prohibit people with such mindset to do such heinous act. And also as a society, sir, we should be more respectful towards women. And in every section of the society, be it workplace, be it school, be it any public places, women should be given that due respect. And there should be proper laws to
144 crores, do you have any law or any police people, say, person to punish them? Is it feasible?
Sir, if you take certain places like college, hostels, and setting up police outposts in colleges, and
Coaching centers are more than colleges, equal to that nowadays.
petroleum
Hostels, coaching centers, or the girls, paying guests. So there the rent are more. Everything inside the family between these distant relations. So which side you will safeguard?
So as far as possible, as a society, we need to first of all we are a civil society. So first of all, laws should be there, sir. I'm in favor of more stringent laws to deal with such heinous practices. And also, sir, nowadays women are coming up in different spheres, sir, be it education, be it so they are being more
Self-defense.
Yes,
They
sir.
should be taught.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You heard about Dada technology,
Yes, sir.
who is he and what is his contribution?
So Dada Bhai now is the grand old man of India. So he was a very good academician. He researched in the economic field, and the economic drain theory was postulated by him. He was also staying in London, and he was also part of the legislature of
He is the first Indian to be elected to British Parliament. And he has written a book, Poverty, that is Poverty on British India. Tell me, why home science should be called science? What is there to be called science? And why UPSC is not included home science as a subject? Why Odisha? Home science is very important. UPSC does include 80 home science also. Some people home science and this mark also in a nine. Is there anything credible to study home science?
Yes, sir, definitely. There is a extension education part. So it bridges the gap between the research and development taking place in the lab and their actual practices in the field. So that
What is home science is about?
Sir, home science is so in a broader way, home science is about application of scientific method in managing the home affairs and in society also, sir. So,
What is it?
so sir, it includes in our syllabus, it includes food and nutrition. Sir, in India, sir, we have high infant mortality, and in global hunger index also our number is not good. So definitely using home science in our
It is a government related, but central government is not related. It is not putting UPSC, there is no subject like home science. If it is that important, why not UPSC including it? In a popular demand, probably Odisha government is included. But UPSC is subject highly.
Sir, it might suggest the OPS is more empathetic towards needs of
Or more populist.
no, sir, it is also a subject that should be taught and read.
Subhash Bose was born into this place.
So he was born in Patna.
But what was he before joining the civil disobedience or learning freedom struggle?
Sir, he went to London. He cleared the civil services exam, but he did not choose to
And what about Aurobindo Ghosh?
Aurobindo Ghosh was also a revolutionary, but the continuous British repression upon him forced him to leave this.
Was he associated with the extremist movement of that time?
Yes, sir.
See, he played to Pondicherry to save himself because Pondicherry is not coming under British sovereignty. अच्छा सारे जहाँ से अच्छा ये लिखते हैं
alumni.
Yes, equal लिखते हैं अच्छा tell me what is judicial review and should we have a provision like judicial review in India?
Yes, sir. Judicial review is part of basic structure. As told by the Supreme Court in the Mineral case of 1987. So it is definitely there. The Supreme Court in the judgment of Mineral case told that the Parliament cannot give itself the absolute authority to amend the basic structure of the Constitution.
What is the basic structure of the Constitution? Please tell me.
So basic structure of the Constitution is a doctrine given by Supreme Court after the 1973 Kesavananda Bharati case. So definitely not, there is not a particular set of what constitute basic structure. The Supreme Court throughout its judgment from time to time included various themes of the Constitution in basic structure doctrine.
What are they?
So it includes federalism, secularism, democracy, and judicial review.
Fundamental rights. Rabindranath Tagore, why he is famous?
Sir, he
He is a multi-dimensional personality. Tell me about him.
Sir, some of his success, if I can count, he was the first Nobel laureate from Asia in 1920. He wrote the national anthem of the two countries, India and Bangladesh. He was also an active pioneer of the Indian independence.
How come he established
He is
Shanti?
Shanti.
How Shanti is novel in the case of education or educational reform?
Shanti is situated in Bengal. So he postulated the theory of education in the using some Indian way of teaching.
He opened school and culture, dance, folk tales, etc. and then observe nature, conducting field studies. These things he included. Instead of bookish knowledge, he introduced you visit these places, collect your information and then you write. Another thing, what is Gopabandhu Das has done in Odisha? So he is famous.
So Gopabandhu Das, he established the Satyavadi Manamudra. He
Who
also,
are his companions?
sir, they are called the modern Panchasakas.
Who are they?
So they are Udavali Misra, Kasindu Misra, Hariyar Das.
ଆଚାର୍ଯ୍ୟ କହିବେ ସେ ସବୁ ଟାଇଟଲ ଗୁଡ଼ା କାଟୁଥିଲେ କେବଳ ଗୋପବନ୍ଧୁ ଦାସ ନୀଳକଣ୍ଠ ଦାସ ସିନା କହୁଥିଲେ ଆଚ୍ଛା ମୋତେ କୁହ ଯେ contempt of court, should there be a provision in modern India as contempt? Well, in America and in other Western countries, all the judgments are openly debated and criticized. Why in India we have a British legacy, colonial legacy, to have a contempt of court and put people under bar for 6 years? There are provision you can put in for 6 years. And defamation case, supposing I accuse something, I will under bar. These are all colonial legacies. Should we have it?
Sir, constructive criticism is always welcome. And in some of the articles that I have and one of the speech of the Chief Justice of India, he told that the shoulders of the Supreme Court should be broad enough to carry such criticism. So in a way, the Supreme Court is not, the higher court is not taking any cognizance of any content that is coming out. And as if you talk about defamation, it is prerogative of anyone that they can go to court if
unless I have accused you in a personal vilification case or slander campaign, then supposing Rahul Gandhi's case, what has he told for which he should be under bar for 6 years and will be debarred from contesting? Why is it justified?
no, sir, sometimes
It was not a criminal offense. So how to react to it?
So in a democratic society like where we value our fundamental rights, so I think
Has
these
he violated the fundamental rights of anyone? Then why he was subjected to such harassment?
Sir, yes, in current practice, the laws are there, anyone can take the benefit of it. But in a modern society, we should re-evaluate and more consultation should take place before.
And Supreme Court came heavily on that judgment of the lower court. Tell me, what is incorporated in Article 1 of Indian Constitution?
So I remember only two words. India, that is Bharat, is the union of.
Yes, absolutely. And fundamental rights constitute from which article to which article?
Article 234.
What are the basic features like? What are the rights given to Indian citizens under this provision?
In broader sense, there are equity, equality, right to education, freedom of religion, and also right to constitution, remedies.
Freedom of speech.
Yes, freedom of speech.
These are actually included. Sir.
You are SARTHAKA.
Sir, in my 10th annual credit came SARTHAKA. Since that day, I am
Using SARTHAKA. You have joined Odisha Texas and Accounts Service. And you have completed.
yes,
Okay.
So in India, the mother tongue class.
You are posted somewhere. You are now your options are and your options are in science and you want to change your career into OAS, OCS, what is OCS?
So it's a competitive service.
Revenue service. As you are working in this field, there is a concept of interstate taxation.
Sir, it is IGST, integrated tax. Now, sir, this is basically destination-based tax. So the collection of tax is based on where there is consumption. So if there is intrastate supply of goods, so sir, if goods is coming from Odisha, going to Odisha, there is CGST, SGST is level. If the good is going from Odisha to Chhattisgarh, so there is IGST is leveled on that goods.
Now the internet like e-market is available. Okay. People are buying commodities just through some apps. Is it not a loss revenue to the state? Had it been procured from local market or from a recognized shop in locality?
Yes, sir, there is loss to Greek, Greek businesses, like local businesses. But in today's era, we cannot avoid e-marketplace. So they should be they must adopt these technologies, sir, because this is here to stay. So we should encourage them to use these technologies.
There is a recent
he sells one, it is taxed at 0%. But if he sells cream, it is taxed at 5%. But if he sells bread with cream, it is taxed at 18%. So he told that customer are asking bread and cream separately, sir, because this sort of type of taxation system. So this is the context, sir.
How do you react? Is the outlier justified?
Sir, normally sir, GST is labeled on goods which are processed. So it is assumed that who are processing, they are able to give tax to the system. So I think, sir, there should be different ruling by the GST Council meeting, because the rate are decided by the GST Council, which consists of Finance Minister and Union Finance Minister and Finance Minister of all the states.
One is tax exempted. At the same time, there is a concept of zero rated tax.
Yes, sir.
This
So zero rated tax is when the goods is exported and or the goods is exported to SEZ. SEZ is treated as foreign territory. So that is a zero rated supply. And non-GST supplies are like alcohol, petroleum, aviation fuel, those are non-GST. We do not make GST.
tax exempted.
So tax exempted is the prerogative of the GST Council. So they, through notification, exempt certain goods like essential commodities from GST taxes.
That you told that it is some commodities are put away from GST.
Yes, sir.
That means it is tax. There is no tax on it.
No, sir, there is sales tax, there is excise tax, like sir, in petrol, sir. Petrol is now around 100 rupees. So there is no GST, there is sales tax, there is central excise duty, VAT is available.
Sales tax is levied or generated tax?
Yes, sir, the same thing,
Same thing. Sales tax is that.
Yes, sir, sorry, sir, VAT, sir. VAT is, and
Adjust the industry. That is ICO, incremental capital output. What is it?
sir, it is the ratio of capital needed to get how much of the profit is there, sir. I'm not able to give it properly. So it is how much capital intensive that particular industry is and the ability to generate revenues.
That is the difference between revenue receipt and capital receipt.
Sir, revenue receipt in terms of budgeting system, sir, revenue receipt is the recurring receipts, sir, which comes every year. Capital receipts, sir, comes from like disinvestment of PEC. That is called capital receipt. So the revenue receipt which comes
In the recent budget, this current financial year, what is the net size of the report?
that is 2,60,000 crores.
Which industry, which sector took major chunk of investment, that budget?
So mostly it is a water resource.
Not education. Not that. Agriculture.
Yes, agriculture and water resource. All the major things.
One more question I would like to ask. In which finance corruption we are here?
So we are in currently in 15 finance.
15. Or so, what is the role of finance corruption?
Finance Commission decides the vertical and horizontal devolution of central taxes to the states and union territories.
Is there any state finance corruption?
Yes, sir, the State Finance Commission is constituted by governor.
No, that is this role.
So its role is to decide upon the devolution of tax to urban local bodies and this rural local bodies.
Which election and which finance corruption we are state?
So if I tell you this, I think
To check.
Okay, Sarthaka, actually, when will be your rivals?
26th.
26th September. Now, hardly 10 days, isn't it? Time is there. You just go through, make it systematic, strategic ways, and very planned ways. Then just brush up and go through that. You know about conversion and news groups. You have to read and develop little more confidence.
So is it possible?
Nice. Incomplete करे छात्र बड़े बड़े incomplete करे छात्र तो पूर्ण करते हैं. Confidence out किया है